What's up, guys? Boris here, and today I'm coming to you guys with another live reaction to the new Attack on Titan chapter. It literally just dropped probably a couple days ago, maybe just today, I don't know. But it's out on Manga Panda, so that's where I'm going to be reading it at. And let's get into it. I'm excited. Every time there's a new Attack on Titan, I'm excited, and let's see what how the story will progress this time. So, the world of Shingeki no Kyojin, page 1. So it gives a summary. The secret behind the Titans, their role in the formation of the world long forgotten by mankind. All of these memories, along with special abilities, are handed down through the Reiss family by each generation. However, 5 years ago, Grisha appeared in front of the Reiss family and robbed them of their memories and powers. And now, as the powers pass on from Grisha and it flows inside Eren, the scramble will continue. Reiss suggests that Historia eats Eren. So that's a summary from the past couple of chapters up to where we are now. So we see Eren there again, and it looks like everything's getting prepared for Historia to eat Eren. So the power taken from Freda is now in Eren. And then, yeah, that's right. Kenny had just arrived. If you guys remember, Kenny had just arrived, and I believe he had a different plan than what they did. So let's see what's going on. So does this mean that if you don't eat Eren, then there's no chance of you becoming the true king? Talk to me, old man. Kenny Ackerman in his younger years. Okay. So finally a flashback and finally get to see maybe we'll see how he found law in the first place or something. So talk to me, old man. Your time is nearly up. Whoa, this guy, dude. He is he the beast? No. He has that beard though. Kenny killed another bunch of soldiers again. Did you? Scrambling here and there. They're probably fertilizer by now. Okay. So let's see who this guy is. Who this old guy is. This probably isn't the best farewell gift that I can give you, but I found my sister. Kusiel has been working in the underground brothel and is pregnant with a client's child. And didn't listen to a word I said, but kept insisting that she'd give birth to the child. So, Kusiel, is that Mikasa's mother by any chance? I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. Oh, and about the Branch family. You mean the family branch? Apparently they've moved. Oh no, maybe it's the name of the family. Maybe the actual name is Branch. Apparently they've moved to the southern part of the Shingashina district, but they've run into business rivals there as well, so they aren't doing so good. Okay. What the hell's happening? The Ackermans were once a military family closest to the king. So the Ackermans were a military family. That might explain why maybe they were experimented on to have that sort of superhuman ability. Um, so we'll see. Family has been reduced to a small handful, and it won't be too long until they wipe us all out. What exactly have we done to be hated this much by the monarchy? Maybe they saw them as a threat, and then they wanted to stay away from them before they were able to gain too much power and maybe overthrow them. So I don't know. So and the old man looks at him and, come on, old man, I'm not your cute grandson. Or am I not your cute grandson? So he is his grandson. Okay, so that's the grandpa of the family, the Ackerman family, maybe. My cute grandson's now a monster terrorizing the city. Kenny the Ripper, huh? I wanted to protect you by taking the secrets of the ancestors with me to the grave. Now that things have become like this, there's no point hiding. The Ackerman family was never hated by the monarchs, only feared. So yeah, they were feared because they couldn't be controlled exactly. So yeah, they probably fear that they would take over. If they eventually figure out how to use their power correctly or something, or they don't want to be subjects anymore. So when I was born, it was after mankind had moved into the walls. So it's not like I know everything, but there's one thing I'm certain of. Our family was the monarchy's right hand, put in charge by mankind's survival to be put simply a pivot of the monarchy. And by excluding the families that formed these pivots, what's left is a nation of the same blood relation, meaning this wall comprised of a majority of the monorocials. I've never seen that word. A rather small number of individually independent blood relatives. So it always sounds pretty much everyone relative to each other. I mean, they have lived inside of a wall for a long time, so I can see a lot of the same blood, mixing everywhere. So everyone's probably related to each other in some small way. Maybe, I don't know. Among them were the Asians, a quite different a kind quite different from ours. But here comes the problem. These people of different roots were an obstacle to the monarchy's great unification plan. Right, so pretty much, I guess the monarchy wanted everyone to be similar and look similar, and the Asians, they obviously look different. So the king's dream was to rewrite the memories of mankind as a whole, to eradicate the past, and to create a flawless period of peace. What about, what was that about rewriting memories, mankind's memories? It's the Titan's ability. The king inherits and retains the power from the predecessor, and it was that same power that built the walls that protected mankind from the Titans. In fact, mankind no longer remembers anything from outside the walls. Okay. However, the Ackerman family, as well as the other minority families that were the only ones that weren't affected by the brainwashing. Okay, so there's other families other than the Ackermans who know exactly what's going on. Um, maybe that's how Grisha knows exactly what, or maybe that's what triggered him to attack. Is that he is also one of those families that knows what's going on. So I don't know. The king's memories wiped. The king's memory wipe only worked on the majority. In other words, for the king's grand plans to work, he needed to silence those that weren't affected by the power. It's true, nearly all families chose to obey except two. They gave up their status and turned their backs on the king. On the one of the Asian families and the Ackerman family. Oh, I guess so. That's why they're together, because you have the Asians and then you have the Ackerman. Like I said, when I made the theory video, I thought that the father was the Ackerman, and then this makes sense now because the two who are sort of in hiding, that's why Mikasa is Asian, and then a white father. So interesting. Okay, I mean this is explaining it pretty well. Now I want to know why they're not affected, but we'll see. By my parents' time, children were no longer told about the forgotten history. It was to save them from the king's purge. In the end, the head offered his own life in exchange for the survival of his family, but now his sacrifice seems much like a waste. I see. I believe every word you say, though. It's more interesting that way. Or so I thought. Now he has King, or the Reiss, the head of the Rod Reiss, I think. He has a gun up to his head. Let's see what he's going to say. Are you saying that I lied? I wasted all this time for today because I know you'd never lie under these circumstances. It's a really important succession ceremony, isn't it? And you knew all this while how I felt about you, and yet you toy with me and use me, you lady killer. Okay, lady killer. Be thankful the only person that'll take a stray dog like you in would be my whimsical little brother. His brother. Okay. Did you keep talking about Wooly like that? I'll blow half your head off. Not like I care anyways. Wooly. So his brother's Wooly? Huh. Was that Mikasa's father? Huh. Okay. I mean, I don't know. See, and then Historia takes the gun away somehow. She's, I don't know. She changed a lot over just, I don't know. The Rod Reiss must have good powers of manipulation on her, over her, because she's never acted like this. Let him go. Man, just look at yourself. Yeah, exactly. He said the same thing. Just look at herself. Didn't you get anything from what I said? This old fart's the one that made you a monster, and is trying to make you eat Eren. This isn't my mission. Becoming a Titan and saving mankind is it really so sad? So you'd eat your friend, get sick, and still treat it as your mission? Yes. Historia. I will eat Eren and get my sister back. Inherit the world's history. Then exterminate all Titans from the face of the world. This is my mission. Historia, have you forgotten how badly this guy treated you in the past? First off, your birth itself was a tragedy, wasn't it? Forgetting all about his place and and screwing with the servant in the mansion just for fun, just for the fun of it, and in the end having you by accident. And your mother, thinking that she'd be the wife of a lord, gave birth to you. but the population and the Royal Council refused to acknowledge you and said that you were illegitimate. Everyone treated you as if you never existed, including your father. So that's true. Well, I don't know if that's true, but I assume that's true. But who would have thought of all the kids that claim to have royal blood, this one came with proof, and in one night, she's done a 180. And he finally shows himself to be nice to you. So he tried to frame us by saying that we were given orders to erase the boy and her daughter that corrupted the purity of the royal family, but for some reason he chose to hide you and made sure you were sent away, ultimately saving you, leaving only the Walcolds to watch over you. Why though? A sudden realization followed by a sudden surge of paternal love for his daughter, and that's obviously not the case. Let's see what. Nope, too bad. He had plans for you, and that was all. He's a worthless bastard that forced these missions onto his brother and daughter just because he refused to become a Titan himself. Oh, that's interesting. So he had I guess he had the chance to become a Titan, but he didn't want to do it because I guess he knows that he'd eventually be eaten, and he doesn't want to do that. I don't know. Well, let's see if that's the case. To top it off, he even tried to cover up the fact the same power that Freda and the others died protecting had been taken. He was afraid that the Reiss family would lose the cohesive power once the word got out. And the only time he ever confessed to it was when Eren used his power and won the Trust District defense battle. A lot of things were lost these past 5 years. Lives of some really precious people. Yeah, so people have died on both sides of the conflict. But this man doesn't give two crap about it. Family is mankind, and even you, Historia. All he cares about is himself, and this is the father you care so much about. We do remember he did run away when his family was being killed instead of at least try to fight a little bit back like everyone else did. Again, the people probably would have died, but I don't know. Let's see if he's telling the truth. Let's see what defense Rod will give. So you're wrong, Historia. There are things I haven't told you. You can't become a Titan. There's a reason to that. Wait, you can't become a Titan? I thought he was about to make her a Titan. Don't listen to what others say. Is that so? Is this a trick he's pulling on Kenny so that he survives, or is it interesting? I don't know what's going on. You've done a splendid job until now, and I'm proud of what my brother did back then. I can't make your wishes come true, but mankind will get its peace back. You're a free man. Find another reason to live and live well. But that's no fun. It's a pretty good answer. Oh, he's gonna free Eren. Kenny, what are you doing? Go ahead, transform. I'm not gonna get in your way. But alright, now it's off. It's like an anti-Titan piece or something. I don't know how that would work. Let's have you Titans duke it out. And if Historia wins, the peace will come. But if she loses to Eren, then nothing will change. Ooh, wow. Ooh. Well, I guess he's forcing the ability to activate. You couldn't even bite off your own tongue, could you? Well, that's a good. That makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, and that will explain. People would have pointed that out at some point. Why didn't he bite his tongue? Again, I don't know if that oh, maybe is it because of that thing? I don't know. But yeah, he's activating the ability for him. Keep breathing till his life wears out. You say? I wonder if if you can call that living. And then, don't worry, you'll become a really strong Titan with this. I choose a Titan that's most suited for battle. Or I chose a Titan that's most suited for battle. So once he's transformed, he's uncontrollable, but we still got a chance with him tied up. Hurry, I might have said eat him, but all you have to do is bite into his spine and have some of his marrow. So doesn't that mean that I don't know how that works? Just gotta step back now. Damn, man. Who would have thought Historia would be like final boss or whatever, the main villain? Why won't you transform? Oh, Eren's not transforming. If I transform, I end up eating you at this rate. Do it, Historia. I didn't want it. me, my father. Your sister would have done something to change. If only my father hadn't done what he did 5 years ago, right? So he's, so he feels bad for her brother, for her sister Freda, and and because my father and I stole the power from the rightful place, so many have died. I mean, his grandpa, Thomas, me, everyone. Notice how, yeah, no, never mind. I say, notice how Marco is the last one. I'm just saying. Oh, but he's not the last one. There's more of him. Everyone from the Levi squad, the residents of Stohes, the soldiers that came to save me, Hans. But that isn't all, but I can't atone for it all. Didn't want it, those training days, dreams, going outside the wall. I didn't want them. Please do me a favor and end it all. Historia, eat me, save mankind. Holy crap, dude. Does Aaron not get the point? Aaron, back then, when you told me I was normal, it made me really happy. She took the serum, which is good. Now whether she'll attack Aaron or whether she'll attack Rod, we'll see. I doubt it. I doubt she'll be able to control her power too much. Right. Let's see. Despair grows as the freedom they seek falls apart. What is the what? Alright, so this I guess this last page is a Titan transformation, so Historia is turning into a Titan. Let's see if there's anything on the last page. No. So that's gonna do it for this, guys. Pretty good chapter. I really enjoyed it, and I don't know. In terms of questions, we got a couple questions answered as to why Mikasa had an Asian parent and then sort of like a white parent, but they were related to Ackerman and they were together. And so that explains pretty much sort of Mikasa's origins, um, and why the Asians were hiding. I don't know. It seems a little bit weird to me. I still want to know why they can't be affected by the memory thing, memory wipe, I guess you could call it. It's very interesting, I said, and it's just I would like to know that. It would really sort of settle that whole thing. I'd also like to know why are they the right hand clan, I guess you could say, and where they get their powers from, their superhuman powers from. So, of course, I mean, if you have Titans in this world, you can have anything, I assume. So maybe there was more experimentation done outside of the Titans. So maybe that's how they got that power. Um, I'd like to see why Grisha, did what he did. Like I assume that it's for a good cause, but no one's explaining it yet. So, of course, I feel like Aaron should assume that what his father did was for a certain reason, right? But yeah, we'll have to wait and see for that one too, as well as what's in the basement. We still have that come into play at some point. So I wonder, maybe right after this fiasco, they'll go there, and that's maybe the end of the series or something. I don't know, but thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, peace.